together as the 5, and then we'll rotate each one up with their families, and we'll get pictures with each family. I'll call those out. Guys, you can go ahead and sign your letter of intent.
We usually do a picture with all of them, with the coaches and the administration. Yeah. Let's do that, and then they can be rotated.
All right, here with Dom's dad. I mean, first off, just talk about this moment. I mean, I know this day's been a long time coming. Well, what's it been like for you to kind of watch your son go on this journey?
It's been very exciting, stressful, and it's a real big blessing to watch his kids grow up to actually do some of the things that they want to do in life. And this has been a real big accomplishment for him and our families. And I asked him the question of what changed from your sophomore year to your junior year? What went on in your head? What clicked? How did you become the person that you are today, that you look up to be? And it was just that, his hard work, it all paid off, and just him being humble and having that eagerness to be the best that he could be, So, I mean, it's been very challenging with, some of the recruiting process, and, he's very quiet. He likes to keep a lot of stuff to himself. So it's been times when coaches have contacted me or asked about my concern about him or what his decision is going to be, or trying to persuade him this, that, and other. And like I tell him, you have to go suit up and play that game. Not me. So it's his decision. He has to be happy. And I'm glad that he made a decision where he's happy and he feels good and things of that sort. So that's the most important thing. Him feeling comfortable, happy, and successful, and happy with his choices, and hopefully not having to go into the transfer portal like a lot of the other players do.
Yeah.
But just, not seeking the money or the fame or, like some of them say, the uniforms or whatever. Just him being happy and want to see him succeed.
What did you see, and just last question for you, maybe from this LSU coaching staff that as a parent makes you, feel comfortable sending him there? I mean, obviously, Coach McCullough talked about, Frank Wilson has been over here multiple times, built that bond, but Coach Brian Kelly, what have you seen maybe from your perspective?
Well, what I saw, to be completely honest with you, from last year, I knew that they didn't have a defensive line coach, and that was actually that active. And their defense suffered last year at LSU. And so when he did flip, and I was like, okay, what was it? Because before he flipped, I had an idea, I'm gonna just put it like that. I had an idea that Bo Davis was gonna be the D-line coach, because I knew it was going to be somebody out of the Final Four championship. And out of all of the other schools, I looked at it and I said, it couldn't be nobody but him. And so when it was him, I was like, okay, I felt real good about the situation, because we had met before, we had talked a little bit before, and he's a hard coach, and I know that he's going to get the best out of him, and he's going to be hard on him, and that's what I like about him. And he's very honest. He's not the type that's going to sugarcoat anything or try to make it seem something that is actually not. And so that made a big deal for me, as him going there, and also with him was talking and visiting with Blake, Coach Blake, and I was like, well, you was here 2 years ago, and now you came back, so it must be something that's, it's good. And it's just the consistency, and yeah, they did change the whole defensive coaching staff, but I think me personally, it's for the best.
Yeah.
And it probably make a difference in winning the national championship and just winning a bowl game.
Let's kind of start with, what's today been like for you? Does it feel kind of good to kind of have this whole process over with?
Yeah, it felt great. It was a little stressful at the beginning. I didn't know really what I had to do, but I'm glad it's over now.
When you made that decision to flip, obviously Bo Davis probably had a big piece in that. Just talk about what impact and kind of what led you to make that decision to say, hey, LSU's where I want to be.
I felt like I'll get more opportunities and probably like a better experience and everything at LSU. And with Coach Bo, I didn't know, but I'm grateful that he is there now and that I'll be taught by one of the best.
When you look at the way they've kind of locked down the state and they've really placed an emphasis on bringing guys like Frank Wilson, and Coach mentioned that he's been here a lot, Coach Kelly, what do you feel like it says about the talent in this state and just wanting to stay home?
It's a lot of talent here. I know that we're gonna go back to the national championship at least sometime in my years. It has to be.
Obviously, last one for you. Darius was over there and he was joking with me. He said he's pumped to see you sign, but now he's kind of ready to chase you. What can you say about your younger brother and just that relationship, that bond, and what's been like playing with him?
It was a great experience playing with him. Me and him, we had a great bond, like football-wise and out of football. We were really like a duo. Me on one side, he on the other. It was a great game.